Everything Media presents Over 50, Fabulous, Fierce, and Fine. The four main ingredients for the hottest new show on social media.
Are you fabulous? Are you fierce? And are you fine, love? Tune in. You do not want to miss this.
The One Channel presents a spin-off from New Music Mondays. We are after the show, Las Vegas.
Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Wanda Reed. I want to welcome everybody to this show. This is the last show of the year for New Music Mondays. I'm sorry, for over 50 fabulous, fierce, and fine. That's right. So this will be the last show. And I apologize. There's an echo here that I can't figure out where it's coming from, but we'll keep it moving.
I don't hear it.
Oh, good. Okay, so in Jazzy's absence, I'm just gonna do my thing because she's ill, and you guys please say a prayer for her. As you know, it is a really bad cold, flu, and all of that's going around, so she couldn't even talk yesterday. So I told her to go ahead and take the night off, and we'll get through this. So before I get started, I always like to say a prayer. Shout out to Coda Ministries. That will be my church. Just want to thank God for bringing us through another season. Lord, we thank you for all of the goodness, all the wisdom, and all the power that you've given us to be a part of your world. Lord, we ask that you bless our families and our jobs and our finances. And we just pray that everything goes well. We also pray that this interview with my guest is a smooth one. All righty. Right. These blessings are blessed in my son Jesus' name, or your son Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right. So I have a fabulous guest tonight. Let me see if I can get her on here.
Do you see me?
Not yet. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I see.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So I have a guest that I've been trying to get to her for several months, but with her busy schedule, I'm just getting a chance to get her, and I'm so sorry that Jazzy couldn't be here.
Me too.
To interview her, because Jazzy is that nice voice that you guys hear to find on the promo. So she's like I said, she's out. But today's guest is Miss Swan. Y'all give it up for her. Give it up for Miss Swan. Yeah. Yeah, Swan is well, we're gonna hear all about her.
Okay.
Yeah. So Swan.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about who you are.
Well,
what you are.
I've had like a million stage names, I feel like.
Yeah. So
long, yeah, 1,000 years ago, about 1,050 years ago, one of the first stage names I had was Reese D, and that's because I was married at the time, and my last name was Davidson, and so I was in a band with Brian G. Soul called Laid Back, and he was Brian G, and I was Reese D.
Oh,
And
okay.
so and we were in Laid Back, and I mean, so that was one of the first ones. But then, sadly, around 2004, my dad passed away, and when he passed away, my last name, I was born Swan, but when he passed away, I was also simultaneously trying to get a divorce and wanted to go back to my original maiden name because my stepfather had adopted us, and change my legal last name to Saul's. And so I kept trying to, figure out how to do it because it was a lot of you have to. I didn't know this, but when a step parent adopts, it's a legal adoption, and they destroy your birth record or lock it away. You have to go get a judge. You have to pay court costs. You have to do all this red tape to get your name back. I did not know that. So when my father passed away in 2004, I started going by the name of Swan because that's the last name I was born with. And I started using, Cherie Swan and going by that. And so here recently, though, when I moved out here, Zeola Gay, Marvin Gaye's youngest sister.
Yeah.
And between her and Sky D Miles, Sky Diva, they both felt that I should go by Swan Cherise. Felt that worked as a stage name, and so now that's what you got. You got Swan Cherise.
Swan Cherise.
Swan Cherise is my last name. My last name first.
Yes. Swan Cherise.
Swan Cherise. I was named after Sid Cherise, the dancer and the actress. My father was crazy about her, so that's how I got the Cherise.
So were your parents into the entertainment business?
You know what? It's funny. My mother danced with Katherine Dunham when she was younger.
Okay.
And once she got married to Daddy, and she had sheet music and was going to sing and the whole 9 yards. Daddy did not approve. He did not want that. He wanted a basically boring housewife and mother. And so I think she had either just had my sister Rita or not, but he tore the sheet music up and said, no, not going to. Robert Guillaume, and everything. She was on her way, but my father was like, nope. So, and they broke up when I was 4. So could have hung in there. But
so your stepfather basically raised you.
My stepmother, in a way, because they weren't together that long either. He was kind of, God rest his soul. He was controlling and different. He was the same. He was a little wacky, but like I said, God rest his soul. But Jay Sauls, that was my stepdad. They weren't together that long either. My mother quickly realized that she liked her freedom and she wanted to just serve the Lord and raise us. And she didn't want to she wanted to watch this is how she describes it. She wanted to watch what she wanted to watch on TV. She didn't want to have to, she wanted her house, once she cleaned her house, she wanted her house to stay clean. And she wanted to do what she wanted to do as far as being a independent single mom. And so she went to work until she couldn't. Lupus got to her for a little while, and that's another whole long story. That's another segment. But she was healed of lupus by the Lord, and once that happened, she just really flourished and went back to school. Again, went back to school. Got, I think, a degree, and then I don't know if she got her bachelor's or not. She got her bachelor's too, but she went to work, went back into the workforce, and and didn't stop until 20 years ago, maybe, when she decided to go in and study. But she went back into the school system, and she taught kindergartners. I think she taught up to 5th and 6th grade. She taught kids how to use the computer. She ran the computer class at an elementary school in University City, where we're from, up until she retired.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she's 98 years old.
93.
Right
93.
Okay, 93 years
93.
old.
Yeah, she just turned 93 in September. So my mother is something else. She wrote a book already. It's on Amazon. It's called God Loves Gangs.
Really?
Yeah. Daddy, my father, he sang in the choir, but he didn't really sing. But he loved entertainment, and he was always the life of the party. He was the favorite uncle. He was always cracking jokes and dancing and making people laugh. That was Dad. That was Ken Swan, the man that gave me the name.
All righty. So we see where that came from. So what was it like growing up in
St.
Missouri?
Louis? Yeah, Misery, where I call it Misery.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and let me say this, because I know my other mother is going to see this as well. I have another mother. She is Polish by birth. She is another piece of work firecracker. Yes, I did. Call her Mama Linda. She was in the University City school system, and I grew up. We started out on the north side of St. Louis, and then once my mother and father broke up, we moved to the county, and we were in Normandy for a little while, and then we moved to University City when she married my stepdad, and then she stayed in University City even after they broke up. And so I grew up in University City, Missouri, from the time I was about 5.5, 6, until I graduated, and then I still lived in University City even when I got remarried. Actually, I got married, and then I've been married twice. So University City is, that's us. It's black and gold colors. That's us.
Yeah.
But growing up in that particular district, that was what I like to call a melting pot. My Polish-born mother, I call it, we lived in a bubble, and we did not, even though there was racism in the 60s and 70s and 80s, we were in a bubble that we still to this day, in my class of 79, when I graduated, all of the classes of the 70s and 80s are all still very close-knit. We all get together as much as we can, every class, but especially the class of 78, 77, 78, 79, those years, we all still hang, get together, see each other, keep staying in touch. And they're all different races, cultures. It was a big, because University City is right next to the Central West End of St. Louis, and Washington University is that's a big deal university that's there. It's like world renowned. So a lot of foreign students came in from there, but a lot of students came in. But so there was a lot of like different cultures and races moving to University City to be close to the college.
Is that right?
And it's a very large Jewish population as well. In fact, for a while, they used to call it Jew City, which wasn't cool at all. They called it that because there was a synagogue literally on like every corner, because the Jewish people of the Jewish faith, they have to walk to the synagogue.
Yeah.
They can't. They're not allowed. They're not supposed to drive. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So, so again, I played with dreidels, and we learned all about Hanukkah and Christmas together. And I feel like we're one of the reasons why they stopped calling it Christmas break, because we had such a different cultural diversity that they started calling it winter break and spring break instead of winter break and Christmas break. Especially the more international.
So were there many Black Jews?
Yeah, there when it was mixed. It was basically practically 50-50.
Really?
And that's why there's so many mixed children from the 60s and the 70s, because again, a lot of people knew that they could move there and be comfortable, and their children would be comfortable, and they would be comfortable moving there and setting up shop and building a house, building homes, moving into those neighborhoods. They knew that they would be accepted. So University City was in the 60s and 70s was almost always mixed. It was so much. I mean, and again, the 70s was such a turbulent time with the hippies, and I'm still a hippie.
Yeah.
I mean, we came up, and it was all about love your neighbor, and and love-ins and loving each other and trying to get along and the whole 9 yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, so many mixed marriages, mixed children, mixed a lot of that.
That would be interesting to see.
Yeah. And people have been doing, or they've been working on documentaries about it over these last few years. They've been, especially, of course we have a Hall of Fame in University City, but I mean, so many amazing people came out of University City. They graduated from it. And I mean, it was well-rounded. I didn't really even know or understand like the bigotry and the racial tension until I was really grown. I was grown, and I was so confused and puzzled. I had moved to the South Side. I was like 22 or 23 maybe, and I had worked at a Target in University City, But I moved and worked. I worked at a Target on the South Side, and I could not for the life of me understand why these white people were glaring at me and fearing, and I mean, they had these attitudes, and I was like, what the? My stepmother, my dad had remarried early in the 70s. And in fact, when they got married, it was still against the law in Missouri on the books to marry outside your race. They had to marry in Illinois. And because it was still against the law.
God. So your your stepmother is Jewish?
No, she's not Jewish, but she's white. Yeah. But she's white.
Okay.
So, and she's still living. My dad's passed on. My stepmom's still alive, though. But
well, shout out to the stepmom.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, how did you get into entertaining?
Well, I, like my dad, I loved performing. I mean, even at 3, there's stories of me, like, when they had parties, I was in there, either doing the dancing or lip singing, or actually singing, belting out some song, It's hilarious, but my sister loved to dress me up like I was her first like live baby. So it was 7 years apart. So she would dress me up and stuff, you know. But she would put on. My mother had this red satin, like bodycon dress from the 60s and late 50s, early 60s, because I was born in 61. But Rita would put this dress on me, and it was like, you know, it was like pooling all around me. But she put this dress on me, and I don't know how I learned this song, but it was "Hey Big Spender."
Hey, big spender.
Yeah, spend a little time with me. That was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So I would be downstairs in the basement. We'd be down there, and the light switch was the microphone. The light, you know, they had like the long string that hung down.
Uh-huh.
The light switch, that was the microphone, and I was rocking it out to "Hey Big Spender." I was 3.5, not quite 4. Yeah, working it out. Yeah, because my mother was my whole family basically is big on education. Everybody's a teacher, pretty much, except for me. I was a long-term substitute up until about a week ago. But so I substitute taught, and I have my license to do that. But my sister, my mother, my aunt, most of my cousins, you know, my middle daughter now is a special school, special ed teacher in St. Louis. But everybody taught. My grandmother was a home economics teacher, and she taught at a university in the South.
Wow.
In
the South? Where in the South?
In the South. They're all from Alcorn, Mississippi.
Okay.
And so they, when my grandmother broke up with my granddad, they moved up. She moved my aunt and my mom up to us. She moved up to St. Louis. We moved to St. Louis and never looked back. And so she kept teaching for a while, and then she retired, because I remember she babysat me while my mother went to work. But yeah, she was. So we knew how to sew, you knew how to cook, you knew how to do all of that stuff because of my grandmother. You know, everybody sewed. We made our clothes. My sister made her entire wardrobe all through high school. I made 2 prom dresses, my sophomore year and my junior year. I made prom dresses that I went in. But I was older in my senior year, and I already had my daughter. My daughter was 2 months old. And I was like, I bought her dress. You know what I mean? I went to my senior year. But yeah, so it was always education. So my mother used to make these. She made this booklet. It was phonics. Back then in the 60s, phonics wasn't really. It wasn't a big deal, but phonics really taught you how to read and enunciate and pronounce words, right?
Yeah.
So she made this booklet of these little cartoons that used to come in the newspaper. She would clip them out. She made a whole booklet, A through Z. And she worked with me. I mean, but even before that, when I was almost 2, I wasn't quite 2. They started teaching me my colors, my numbers, words, and I was speaking in whole sentences. So she told them I was 3 at Nursery Foundation. I was 3. She told them I was 3 because I could go to the bathroom by myself. I could talk in full sentences, all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how you knew I wasn't 3, but they didn't catch on. Probably the first week or so, I just cried the whole time. I cried the entire time because I wanted my mother, right? Yeah. And my aunt would be like, "What did you do at school today?" And I was like, "Sat in the back with the ladies and cried." You know, and that also, I mean, I really didn't know temperament or I didn't have social skills quite yet, right? So there was a story of me. I bit a girl. I think I was 3 by, maybe I might have been 3 by then, but I bit this girl because it's valid, Your Honor. I feel I had a good experience. So we were playing, and she was like, we had crayons, and she was like, let's color our fingernails. Let's color our fingernails. You know, like we had a nail polish. And I was like, okay. So I did all 10 of mine. I did all 10 of my nails, right? With red fingernail polish. I mean, you know, red crayon. And she only did one. And then when I wasn't looking, because I was busy doing my own artwork, she rubbed hers back off. So once I finished, I'm looking at my nails and, you know, and how pretty they are because they're red, you know, a little bit out of the line, but they were red. And she came over and said, ooh, you going to hell? You got to figure out polish. I bit her.
Shit.
So the teacher penned a note. So when my mother had to catch a cab to come get me, my mother used to catch the cab because my father was working. She came, caught the cab, whole ride home. You know, I had to listen to her. Why would you, blah, blah, blah. And then when we did get home, the lady, the girl's mama called and cussed my mama out and was like, you know, now I got to give my daughter rabies shots because I don't know. My mother was like, oh, baby, no, dog. It's kind of crazy. So, you know, I'm a biter. What can I say?
Yeah, and you're still a biter today?
I'm still a biter.
You still a biter?
I still bite you. However, my weapon of choice, I've been told by my children, that's another story, is fire, is a match. But I mean, but I don't know what they're talking about. I have no idea. There's a story about a bed burning. I don't know. Something to do with my second husband. He's still alive. He's fine. He got out in time because I realized you're supposed to tie him down. I didn't know, but now I know. You're supposed to pin him or tie him down before you set the gun up. But I didn't know. There you go.
Oh, Swan, I am getting to know you tonight.
I am, but I am a gentler, kinder Swan. These days I'm older, I'm more seasoned. Yeah. I don't waste the energy that all would take. I don't really do.
Yeah, so you're over 50, fabulous, fierce, and fine.
That's way over 50. Yeah, I'm way over.
Well, you know, I didn't know your age until, I don't know, we were talking at maybe at one of the concerts, Terry Remsen concert.
Yeah, for Terry.
Yeah, for Terry. And you told me your age, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
We're right up here together.
Yeah, I just turned 64 this past August. So I'm a big old 6'4". You know, I got my AARP going.
Yeah.
That going. I live in Thank you so much. I live in an old folks home here. It's wonderful. This apartment building I live in is 55 and older, and we are all 55 and fabulous up in here. You know, it's very nice. I'm really grateful for this. This was
Yeah, well, maybe you can get me some more guests.
I can. As a matter of fact, one in particular I talked to earlier. She does a Tina Turner. I'm sorry, not Tina. She does Tina too, but she does Aretha Franklin. She does an Aretha Franklin tribute. Her name is Danita Asbury, and we just did her Tina Turner. I keep saying Tina Turner. Tina Turner must be talking about me up in heaven. But we just did her Aretha Franklin tribute at the Italian American Club on November 19th. We just did it. So I'm a part of her little 4-piece choir that comes on at the end of the show. And it's such a good show. She has the wigs, and she has the cute outfit, you know. So she does early early Aretha. She does all of the early Aretha, and
Yeah.
it's a really good show. So, but Danita, she does Aretha Franklin, and so I told her today I was gonna be telling you about her.
Yeah.
She's also over 50 and fabulous, and she also does a open mic right tonight. She does an open mic every Wednesday, open mic karaoke every Wednesday at Jazzy Blue at the new called Jazzy Blue.
Okay.
And it's over in the Boulevard Mall on Maryland Parkway.
Right.
So
Right.
she does like a Sunday brunch. I think 3 Sundays out the last 3 Sundays of the month. She does a Sunday brunch there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You definitely gonna check her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'd definitely be interested in interviewing her and her journey.
Yeah. She's a hoot. You think I'm funny? She's hilarious. Danita is
So
that's a firecracker.
were you in the band or the chorus or anything in high school growing up?
There were some bands. I think I was in the original Funk Mob, actually. That again, there's another story there because I got in trouble for cussing on stage. Because we were doing Parliament Funkadelics.
Oh boy.
There was a cousin. There was my cousin Claude was the bass player. My boyfriend at the time was the drummer.
Okay.
We dressed up in the whole funkadelic attire, right?
Wow.
So I had on there was an old bridesmaid's dress that I used as a wedding dress. It was lime green because that was back then. It was the 70s, so they did rainbow weddings back then. So I had a bridesmaid dress from my aunt that we used. I had a big giant. My hair was in a big giant afro, and I had 2 silver discs on my face. My close friend Robbie Danzy, who you gotta interview her. Robbie Danzy has Prodigy International, and you gotta enter. And she's like film, TV, singing, the whole 9 yards. Robbie Danzy. Robbie was in a pink tutu. It was either pink
Oh
or
my God.
the drummer had on a diaper, just like the actual drummer for Funkadelic wore. He had a diaper on, big old diaper. It was crazy. And so we were doing our, let me see, what's the acronym? SG, yeah, get off your ass and jam. You gotta fill in the words. So, I'm screaming it. Get off your ass. Yeah, it was on the whole, yeah. And we were, parading around the stage, and the band was cooking. And I was a sophomore. In high school. And did I get in trouble? Because Claude's mother, my cousin's mother, was in the audience. So of course, I stayed in trouble so much. I didn't get to go. I didn't get to do so much. There was so many dances I missed for being on. I was on punishment so often.
Did you make it to the prom?
I made it to prom. I finally got off punishment by the time I was a junior. By the time I was later as sophomore, I got to go to the junior senior prom because I was going with the senior. And then junior year I went. I was getting a little bit more together, but golly, I was always mad. That's how I wound up with the Polish mother, because she worked in the school system. She worked under my mentor, Mr. Young, in the alternative program, and she ran the theater program too. And so I wound up working for her and working with them, and that's how she became my other mother. And she was fierce. Let me just tell you, she still doesn't take nothing off of nobody. Mm-hmm. And I remember, and her and my mother are still very close, right? I like to separated. They shouldn't be in the same room at all.
Yeah.
And there, for instance, one morning, and I might have been in junior high at that time, but I remember I couldn't believe my mother let her in the house. First of all, but it was in the morning. I was still in bed. Wasn't gonna go to school.
Uh-huh.
My mother let her in the house. She let the white woman in the house. And I'm like, what? I mean, but pulled me from my foot out of the bed, from the foot of the bed, yanked me and was like, get up, go take a shower. You're getting ready. You're going to school. I'm going to wait until you get your, I was like, in. Mama, how could you? My mother was like, yeah, because I'm tired. Okay. Because I'm sick.
So your stepmother was a part of your village.
Yeah, she wasn't even my stepmother. She was an administrator at the high school.
Oh, okay.
At the high school. My stepmother didn't want to be bothered. My stepmother withheld money. You're like, I know how to make you you can't get paid if you don't do this. That was needy.
So when you graduated from high school, had you ever been in a marching band or anything?
I wasn't. I was not coordinated enough, and I just didn't. I was in like little, school band, local school bands, and we did things like we did Battle of the Band. We had Battle of the Bands, and the song that I still sing to this day. It's like one of my signature like cover tunes that I do is Free by Denise Williams. And I've been singing it since it came out. And that's one of the songs I did. Denise Williams was big in the late 70s, and that's one of the songs I did. That and Minnie Riperton, they were huge. You know what I mean?
Oh man, yeah.
Robbie Danza and I both had those high pitched soprano voices, and so we could hit those high crazy whistle notes,
Mm-hmm.
and so we did, those are the songs we did, and we were in like garage bands basically, you know what I mean? But I didn't try for cheerleading. It was always, I couldn't do the splits, you know what I mean? I was always pulling hamstrings or something, so I wasn't flexible enough to do splits and all of that. So I wasn't a cheerleader. I wasn't, I couldn't twirl the baton.
Yeah.
So, and I really wanted to do the pom-poms, but I was into music. I had music classes and piano and stuff like that. So, I never did any of those things, but I sung at the senior assembly. I was part of the band, the R&B band that played for our senior assembly. You know what I mean? Things like that. But that was it. And then because in my senior year, I got pregnant with my oldest daughter. So we were very, by that time we were going to a Pentecostal church. We were Pentecostal. So we got married, she was 6 months old. It was, as soon as I graduated on June 6th. I got married June 30th. 70. And so he did not want me. I had the opportunity to sing the national anthem. He ixnayed that. He made sure that didn't happen. The last straw for him, we had gone over to Illinois. We were in a rehearsal, and it took too long. And I got home at like 11 something at night, and he was like, "It's going to be, me and the kid, or we're done." And I was like, "Okay." So I got out of it, and Robbie and Tootie and Sylvia, my other girlfriends, that was by 80, they all moved to the West Coast, to LA, and I was stuck trying to be a housewife with kids and, work my little, regular job or whatever, and was miserable. And because he cheated a lot and did, all kinds of stuff. It was like it wasn't even, but I didn't know. You know what I mean? He was all I knew. So, and then I tried it again. I tried to go back into it again in the late 80s, and had to take a back seat again. Life was happening, and it just wasn't meant for me to do anything, again, musically like that. So I really didn't until the kids once the kids were teenagers. My youngest, I then was about 7 or 8, and I had broken up with my second husband by then, and that's when I kept going to open mics, and eventually, a really good friend of mine saw me and felt like I would be a good fit in the band with Brian G. Soul. He was just Brian G. back then. He's Brian G. Soul now, but in St. Louis, he was just Brian G. And so the friend of mine suggested that I get into his name was he's passed on now, but I rest his soul. But he suggested to Brian that I get in this band, and Brian took a couple of months and finally added me, laid back, and then our chemistry was so great. It was actually, at the time, it was 3 of us. It was me, another girl, Tasha. We call her Baby Girl. And so it was me, Tasha, and Brian in the front. And we were called Laid Back. That was the name of the band. And I mean, we played as many places as we could for next to nothing.
Wow.
That's where it started. It started in the early 90s.
Okay, so you were in LA then?
I was in St. Louis.
Oh, you was in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you get to Vegas?
Well, in 2020, in May of 2020, I lost my career job because of COVID. And Brian G, was already here. He moved here in 2015. And so when that happened, they were taking forever to give me my unemployment. So by the time another cousin had moved to Texas, and I called him, and I was talking to him, I was thinking about there, because I knew I needed to do something because I wasn't working anymore, and I was tired of the music scene that I was working in. We were doing the band I was with. I love them to death still. Power Play band, shout out. But and I still go play with them when I do go home if they have gigs. But I was tired of the same music. We were doing the same music, and I wanted to do something different. Plus, I didn't have any. I was running out of money. So by the time they gave you unemployment, it was $11,000. And in July, I called Kim Gay, Marvin Gaye's niece, Brian's girlfriend, and I said, "Listen, I was thinking about either going to Texas with my cousin Bobby or coming out there where you all are, and Brian was in the background saying, you ain't going to no Texas, you're coming out here with us." So Kim started sending me, places, zip codes to look for apartments. And again, my other girlfriend, Benita Campbell, Tootie, call her Tootie. She was in LA with Robbie Danzy, and she's a realtor broker. So I called her. I'm like, hey, I need help finding a place. So she had someone here in Vegas look for me a place and everything. And Brian was like, if you don't find a place, you can sleep on our couch. I'm like, I'm too old to sleep on anybody's couch.
Exactly.
So I packed up everything, and I packed up a 16-foot Penske truck and filled it up with nothing but clothes and shoes and books and my 2 TVs, my 65-inch and my 55-inch. I filled it to the rim with nothing but that, because I bought a bed when I got here. I bought a couch when I got here, But she found me, Benita found me a beautiful home, and so I moved into the condo back then at the time. La Casita over on Rainbow and Trump County. And I moved there. I lived there almost 3 years before I moved where I am now. But yeah, that's how I got out here. And then I hit a brick wall though, because it was still COVID. It was November of 2020 when I got here. It was November 1st by the time I got here. And stuff was still, the governor had just shut everything back down again on November 10th. I mean, I had only 10 days. And so I had to, and I thought, in St. Louis, I literally worked every single weekend from Thursday to Sunday. We worked. D. Jackson, shout out, Power Play Band owner, Soul Reunion band owner. Listen, he hustles. We worked every single weekend. So I was always singing, and it supplemented my income. I mean, I made money. I made anywhere from $300 to $800 a week. Because it still worked. Every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometimes twice on Saturday, sometimes twice on Sunday. And then Gene had a lot of corporate and wedding gigs, so we were always working. But when I got here, I thought, in my mind, I thought it was going to be the same thing, But everything was shut down, and what I didn't, nobody knew who I was. Nobody knew anything about me. Most people didn't. Most people just thought I was Brian's older sister that, maybe can sing. They didn't, nobody really knew, because Brian was the big deal, So they didn't really, I was, just kind of over there. And because I didn't know anybody, I wasn't networking, and it was still COVID going on. My camp was worried about me, networking and mingling with people, and then bringing COVID back. So I didn't really go out as much as I probably should have. Put the mask on and gone out like I did in St. Louis, but I didn't. And I was really focused on trying to make sure I could keep the roof over my head, because I had a cushion of money that I didn't. I had a cushion of money, but it wasn't forever. So I knew I needed to get a day job. I knew I needed to, make sure the rent still kept getting paid and that kind of thing. So I lost about a year and a half because I didn't really do my first show. And that was, again, because Brian was sick. Brian had come down with COVID in 2021, and he wasn't ready to do the show, so he put me up to it. And that was with Wassa.
Where did we meet?
That was, I think you saw my page. Yeah, you saw my page and saw, because I was brand new. I was still fairly brand new because it was 2021, 2022. And you had me come over because I was kind of new to the scene. So it was something different, And
I had to be a part of that Las Vegas Women's Project.
And Music Monday, right? And we did Las Vegas R&B Queens. We sure did. Yeah. With Ivana Christie and Kiss Kiss and Terry Rimson.
Yeah.
And that was so awesome. So, and I used the one original I have called "I Love You" for one of the tracks.
Yeah.
And that's how we met, because we had to do the interviews for Music Mondays.
Yeah, Music Mondays. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to think today, where did we meet?
Yeah. So, and that was.
But I've always enjoyed your spirit.
Thank you so much. Same.
Yeah, and your comedian, your comedian forte.
Yeah, I'm goofy.
Yeah.
Well, I love to laugh, and I love people. I just love people. So, and I was glad to see you, because I'd seen you in a while, and then you were at Sky's show when I was with Karma's Love Brunch, and we were at the closers room.
Oh, Terry Rimson again?
Terry Rimson was the guest vocal
Okay.
for
Okay.
Carmen's Love Brunch that Sunday. And so we're
Yeah.
working together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that still going on?
It's now, I believe it's called the Love Joy Experience. And it's still that she's still yeah, because Sky Diva does a lot in this city. She does a lot. So and I've been blessed through her. I mean, on some like really big, spectacular choir gigs that she's given that I've done with her. We did like a huge 50th birthday party one time at the Rio. It was spectacular. And it's Caesar's Palace. Caesar's Palace is where we were. It was like, oh, I mean, it was like, the guys' shows are always like, I can't wait for Midnight Revival to come back. Like, when she does the Midnight Revival, it's like, it's like information overload. You got dancers, these incredible dancers and musicians, and they're interspersed in the audience. So I can't, the word I'm looking for, it's like, it's immersive. It's an immersive experience that they're going in and out of the audience, so you can reach out and touch them, but she's an excellent entertainer. I mean, she's been out here for a while. Her, Ivana Christie, same. When she does a show, it's a show.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just some of my best. Like
yeah.
I love to go see Terry Rimston. Makes me cry every first Sunday.
I missed it.
She's so anointed. It's every first Sunday. I mean, her choir is so on. I mean, those voices.
Yeah.
Got Dre Woods. I mean, it's not fair. It's not fair. You got Dre Woods, Katrina Reese, like I mean, her vocals, her regular vocals are already like spectacular, but as a background artist, as a background, vocalist that helps you out on background, she's a scientist. Like everybody in St. Louis wanted Katrina. Everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I gotta make that next one. Next one. Well, your career has been through quite a bit.
Yeah, it's had some ups and downs. I am now. I mean, right now. I mean, I did the bigger things. Janique Nina gave me a platform as a background singer, and then put me out front to do lead, vocals. And I mean, and that's how people started to get to know me. So I'm just her. Also, Nino Breeze did the same thing. He puts you on a show. He puts you out front. You might do his background, but he puts you out front, right? So now, same thing. Koso Franklin, every Thursday night. Koso has allowed me to insinuate myself into the band with them. And so Nino Breeze is the co-host. It's Coastal Live. We call it Vibrational Therapy, but we're at Cork and Thorn every Thursday from 9 to 11. So me and Carmen Griffith do background, and then I sing 2 or 3 songs if there isn't a vocalist. But we always ask, hopefully every Thursday, we always ask for get a featured vocalist who comes out. We feature them. They can do the original material or not, and we feature them on 4 or 5 songs. And they get to talk about where they're playing around town. That's on Thursdays with Koso, and then just now I just got a new gig. So this Saturday, it starts my new gig with them. They're called the Spectators. They are a rock and roll soul band. It's huge. It's like 4 or 5 horns, maybe 6. I don't know, like 4 or 5 horns. I know it's a lot of horns. And we do soul music. So we do soul music and rock and roll. So
So where's this at?
They just hired me. I start with them on Saturday at Roadkill Grill. We'll be at Roadkill Grill from 12 to.
Oh yeah, Roadkill. I'm familiar with that.
I'll be with them this Saturday. I cannot wait. It's so much fun because I always wanted to be in a big band with horns, and I mean, God was like, "Okay, here you go."
So y'all gotta go out to the Roadkill, y'all.
Yeah.
What time does it start?
We start at noon. And go till 4. So yeah.
That's a pretty long gig.
Singing some songs with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're doing like, I love Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, right? And because last year I did a Amy Winehouse tribute at Backstage Bar and Billiard. Shout out to Ava, the owner of Backstage. But she let me do my Amy Winehouse tribute down at her place, and it was really, really nice. I just didn't get enough club out in time, so the crowd wasn't as big as we wanted it to be, but it was still really, really nice.
But you still got the experience.
I did, and I had A-list musicians playing behind me, and I had great background singers, Sherry Evans, who is another beast out here. That's another one. You know, she's not 50 yet. So we got to call her in a couple of years. But
yeah, we got to call her in a couple of years.
She got about 4 or 5 more years to go. But but yeah, Sherry Evans, Cha Cha Figueroa, and Cat Fam, they were gracious enough to be my background singers, even though they all sing, right? And they're all incredible. And they also did some guest singing on that show. But the Dap Kings, they played behind Amy Winehouse before she passed away.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's the band. Sharon Jones, if you're not familiar with Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, she was incredible. She passed away a few years ago. But love her.
So you are busy.
Yeah.
And
now
just starting a new job. Listen, I have a question for you. If you had a magic wand and you could go over your life, is there anything that you would eliminate or do differently?
Yeah, I think if there was a way to have the children without, this is gonna sound horrible, without the guy. I mean, I guess, but maybe they wouldn't look the same. Maybe, you know what I mean? I mean, everything happens for a reason. Because I mean, because they look a certain way and they sound a certain way, and that, But if I could have had those same children without the drama that went with getting them, right?
Yeah.
And I think that because I think I would have done things a little differently. And if I could wave that magic wand back then and give that girl back then more self-esteem and more oomph and more of a voice to speak up for myself, I think that I probably would have had, most of the problems that I had because my self-esteem was on the bottom of my shoe.
Well, some of us, a lot of us went through that, and it grows as we get older, and then we look back and go, "What was I afraid to do that for?"
Yeah.
A lot of people think that was better.
Man.
So you're 64 now.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself at 70?
At 70, I'm still going to be doing this.
Okay.
Still be doing this. Still be cracking jokes, and still be cracking jokes. Still gonna be but still gonna be, singing. I have seen now I've seen 70-year-olds that, number one, because they take care of themselves and because they don't sweat the small stuff,
Yeah.
They don't sweat.
I agree with that. I'll be 70 in May.
See? And you don't look it, and you don't, and here's the thing, because now what battles, what hill to die on or not die on. So it's so so much energy that you don't have to waste anymore.
Right.
You just don't. And it is now the biggest hurdle for me now is getting back into an actual workout regimen that I actually stick to. Like there'll be some days I'll get on my shake machine and do the squats and stuff, and then there's some days that a week might go by, maybe even two, that I don't even look at it. You know what I mean? It's over and over. You know what I mean? But and I'm grateful for having I would love to have my car back because my car died in the monsoon of 2023 in September. But that has allowed me to get out and walk. So I gotta, catching the bus. That was an experience too, catching the bus in Vegas.
Yeah.
But catching the bus, having to hustle, you know what I mean, to catch the bus, and man, those bus drivers that see you running and leave. You saw me. Oh, you saw me. And you took off anyway. It's a special place for you.
Yes.
But it's okay. All right. I mean, they do come every 10 or 15 minutes. It's okay.
Yeah. So that's bad. Thank goodness.
And you left anyway. That was just horrible.
Yeah,
but
that's horrible.
I'm gonna let it go. But it keeps you in somewhat of a shape. But you gotta move. If you don't move it, you'll lose it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And you really
I just had a knee replacement surgery, so that's kept me down.
That's right. You told me.
Yeah.
So,
but listen, it's been a pleasure. We're gonna have to wrap it up.
It has.
And Jazzy just texted that she was sorry she couldn't be here for you.
I missed her.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll see you again.
I'll be back.
Because as you do new stuff, let me know. We'll interview. I have like four different shows, so. But this one is the over 50 fabulous Spears, and
I'll go wherever you are, Juan. I appreciate you so much for this. I mean, for this platform, because other than that, nobody would know who that guy is.
Yeah, but that's okay because we're going to. Well, you'll put it to your YouTube. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to be sharing this, for the rest of the year. Okay. Yeah.
All right. It's been a pleasure. And like I said, if y'all come down to Cork and Thorn, you can see Nino Breeze do his thing, and he's got original material. We do all hip hop, R&B, soul, funk, jazz. We do it all. It's called Vibrational Therapy. That's on Thursday nights. And then I'll be, if you look up, I'll be at the Sand Dollar soon. I forgot the actual date, but we play at the Sand Dollar a couple of times early next year, and we're at this Saturday. We'll be at Roadkill Grill, and it's called The Spectators, and they're soul funk, rock and roll soul funk band.
Yeah, that's a good place to go because the food is delicious.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Food is delicious. So
make sure you go by Jazzy Blue too.
Yeah,
Jazzy Blue. It's a brand new place. The food is amazing there. Amazing there. She's amazing. Yeah. Karen.
So why don't you do this? Shoot me a text with all the places you're going to be and the times.
I sure will.
Yeah, and I'll add that to the link.
Okay.
I'll add that to the link.
Okay.
All right, ma'am?
Awesome.
It's been a pleasure. And tell your girls to come on over to Over 50 Fabulous Spirits and Fun.
I'll be sending you all of my chicks, all of my girls. I'm sending you.
Yeah, send them to me. Let's get it going.
Yep. All right. No problem.
Okay. I'll see you next year, honey.
You sure will. See you next year. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay,